What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are here discussing IFC Films' newest release, Azrael, which released this past weekend in theaters. Now, before we get into the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to follow me on all the social media pages. And without further ado, let's get into it. Before we even begin, Azrael, translated in religious terms, is the angel of death. And what IFC did was bring us another film that had very little talking, supposed to just creep you out as you watch. And in my personal opinion, it failed. Now, when you're looking at this movie, you're really looking at Samara Weaving and the acting that you're supposed to believe. And in this film, you really don't get it. Ultimately, in this film, it is based on this apocalypse that takes place. And once the apocalypse takes place, this cult is formed. And ultimately, Azrael has to really fight for her own survival in the film. Now, as I mentioned, IFC Films is bringing us another mute movie, and you don't hear anything. You're supposed to just be creeped out by the surroundings that you hear. The stepping of bushes, the weird sounds coming from the cult. But when you really look at this movie, this is just another reflection of IFC trying to attract you based on a premise. And what I can openly say is I am done believing and buying into these premise-based movies because I understand the storyline. I had to read up on it before I went and seen it. Once I seen that there was going to be no talking and really not as much storytelling as you had hoped, really I was not excited, but I still went and saw it. Now let's look at what I compare this movie to. So the difference is Azrael is really revolving around a cult that kidnaps Azrael, and ultimately she must fight to survive. And it becomes this survival instinct. What this film really is a resemblance of is In a Violent Nature, where you hear no talking, or you do in that movie a little bit, but there's no real buildup. You're not really creeped out. You're just more annoyed that whatever is taking place doesn't make much sense. Now, in that film, the talking really resembles around the buildup of the character. And so you at least see why he is committing the acts he is. But in Azrael, you're really just looking for the survival instinct. Now, this film is rated R. So in my head, knowing that it was a scary movie type feel and everything would be okay, it was going to be decent. And it wasn't. What I don't understand is the premise of making a movie silent so much. Now, I am a fan of IFC TV. I'm a fan of AMC, and I know IFC is a extension of AMC. But you got to be able to tell a story. And there was 3 people in the theater, including myself, which shows this story is not really telling. Now, Samara does a great job. She has to work with what she has there. And really, I'm at a loss a little bit because I just don't understand how this movie was supposed to keep people that enjoy scary movies, people that enjoy the slasher type films. I don't understand how this was supposed to keep us entertained. And so I definitely do not recommend this movie. I don't really think this movie makes it past next weekend. And I know at my local Regal, they will keep some of the independent movies in. It just may be only shown for one time a day after it runs its 2-week course. But I really don't see this movie lasting past that. But Azrael is out now. I do not recommend it. This is a 1 out of 5. I was not entertained. But ultimately, that is my opinion. So make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to follow me on all the social media pages. And I will talk to you all later.